Hello, gorgeous people. How are you? Well, today I'm just going to give you a quick message about something that happened where I was crying again. How many times am I going to be crying with these emissaries? I'll tell you all about it on the other side. So whilst I was out running, I commune with the emissaries when I'm running. I was running and I was chatting with them and I said, hey, I'm really impressed now with the way that you're able to communicate with me. So I think over time, the way that they pass messages on to me has changed. And now they understand. They understand how my mind works. So they give me metaphors, they give me imagery that's metaphorical. And then sometimes they just tell me straight away, but it's like very easy for me to understand. I listen to, every now and again, I listen to somebody who's channeling something. And sometimes I find the message is difficult to understand. And so I like the way that the emissaries give their message. And I think it's down to me because they've got to use the tools that I've got. Obviously, I haven't got that level of complexity about me. I'm a bit more basic, bit like down to earth. And so they give me very down to earth messages, which I'm very grateful for. And it's in a lovely style that I can understand. So I said to them, thank you very much for that. Thank you for making it easy for me to be able to pass the messages on. And they said, you're very welcome. They said, we are part of a team. We're in a team. We're a great team. Right? Which I thought, that's lovely. And then they said, and you are part of our team now. Okay? Now, I'm running. They said, and you're part of the team now. But it wasn't the words. Then they give me, as they've done a number of times now, they give me this snippet of a feeling that lasted a blip vert of nothing. And it was so strong that I just burst into tears again. Like I'm running, you can imagine. Fortunately, I'm going through the countryside. There's nobody there. There might be the odd sort of hedgehog, rabbit looking going. He's a bit weird, isn't he? Running and crying. So I'm running and crying at the same time. I cried for a lot longer, but the actual feeling was like this. Okay? And anyway. And then I said, you've done it again, haven't you? You've given me one of those feelings, which they've done. I talked about they're giving me the feeling of the compassion of God. That was probably the heaviest thing I've ever felt. Not heavy and bad heavy, but like hard to handle. The compassion of God, and then the feelings of love, etc. But this time I said, what did you give me? What feeling was that? And they said, we just let you feel how it feels on this side to be in the emissaries team. Okay? So let's just talk about this. They just let me feel what it was like to be in the emissaries team on that side. And I burst into tears. And I was crying for a while. What the dickens? You see, I could say what the hell goes on that side, but no, what the heaven goes on that side? What kind of feelings, do they have? I mean, they often talk about the fact that they're jealous of not in a bad way, okay? Envious, probably a better word. They're envious of the way that we experience, this hands-on experience that we have, and the sensations and the everything that we go through. They must have normalised that. That's all I can say. They've normalised that feeling, because I had like the tiniest, and obviously what they said was my body, my physical body, isn't equipped to handle that kind of vibration. And so the only thing it can do is, the very first reaction is to burst into tears. And they said some people might burst into laughter, but you get this burst, wah, because it's so overwhelming. But up there, obviously that's just your day-to-day. That's just your bog standard. How are you feeling? Fantastic, yeah? Not so that I want to cry, but hey, getting there. Close to it, could burst into tears any moment. So that's what they live with. And I couldn't handle it for less than, nothing of a second. Incredible, eh? So why do they do this? So I wanted to know. I said, why do you do that? Why do you give me these snippets? Because they don't give them very often, and they don't give them on demand. And how do I know that? Because I've asked, can I have a little bit of that compassion of God? Or can you give me a little bit of that feeling of love? They won't give me them. They only give me them when, I don't know. They said it's to help with your faith. I'm going to talk about faith in a moment. They said it's going to help with your faith. It's to keep you going and let you know that there's a lot more to this than just you. You know, because sometimes you think, well, am I just making this up? Probably just making it up, you know. Maybe I'm just going crazy. And they say this is kind of a way of us showing you you're not going crazy. There is something more. And, you know, we'll let you feel it, albeit for a tiny second. So, there you are. So, I don't know. I mean, lots of people connect with the guides and with all kinds of now. We're all connecting all over the place. Does anybody else have experiences of having these kind of feelings? And if you do, put it in the comments and let me know. Okay? I love you all. I'll speak to you all later. Bye-bye.